Oh, come on.
Hey Best Pally, I'm Allie, and I've been wearing barefoot shoes for 30 days now, which is pretty cool, but we can go outrageouser. This video is the start of my journey towards full actual barefoot, and I will be tracking my progress on 3 goals. The first being fixing my foot shape. Yeah, after 30 days in barefoot shoes, it still looks like I have a shoe on even when I'm barefoot. Here's a foot that's never worn shoes. See how wide and spread out the toes are? Now here's a foot that's worn shoes for only a couple weeks. Oh, it's all smushy. And notice the line they drew on to show the big toe angle. See, mine's doing the same thing. Come on, spread out, bro. Which leads me to my second goal, foot strength. And how will I track that? Well, I came across this from Matthew Scar on TikTok.
Your ability to move your big toe side to side is actually super important. The same muscle that pulls your toe side to side is the same one primarily responsible for building up your arch. So if that muscle isn't firing and you don't have the neurological connection to get it to work, you probably don't have a correctly functioning arch.
Yeah, I've been in barefoot shoes for 30 days. Of course I can... Look how easily he's doing that. My brain cannot connect to my foot in that way. I'm going to work really hard to change that. And the final goal? Be able to walk a full hike, fully barefoot on this aggressive path. First step is to go fully barefoot while I'm lifting. This is a nice, safe space to ditch the protection altogether. The second step is to lift, get on there to lift in these toe spacers, because these are really gonna help reshape my toes to the right way. By the end of my workouts, my toes end up hurting, especially the little guys. I thought this was a safe space, but 90 minutes of lifting and just walking around a little bit still ends up being a problem, because look how wide, they're not used to that. And then when I take it out, they go immediately back to squished, so this is gonna take more time than I thought to adapt. Decided to try out full barefoot on this beach that's not exactly sand, but it's basically sand, yet it still hurts. Ow, 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 ow. I have a long way to go. We're at the end of week 1, and I've been practicing religiously, moving my big toe back and forth every night without fail. So let's see the progress I've made. Absolutely none. I can kind of splay my toes out that way, and I can go down, but side to side still eludes me. If I really focus, I can somewhat feel some tension right here. The idea that I just cannot communicate to my own muscle part is infuriating, and I'm going to continue to practice. Unboxing. I had to get some Vibrams because I love when a challenge affords me any opportunity to look sillier. Ooh, I think I may have ordered the wrong size. Yeah. Which I've heard is a common problem with these things. Luckily they're returnable because these things were expensive times 2. They have fitting tips, but I definitely need a size up. Interesting. The sole is thicker than I expected. I thought this would be the next step towards actual barefoot compared to my Vivo barefoot shoes. But it's got this reinforced heel, lots of thickness compared to these 3mm. And I took the insoles out, so I'm even closer to the ground. I'm gonna return these because of the size, and I'm not giving up on Vibram. Oh, 4 elegant unboxings in this video. This is a different style of Vibram in their casual section. Just casually looking like a weird toed monkey. Oh yeah, that is much thinner. Nice and bendy. These soles are 3.1mm thick, which is only 0.1mm thicker than the Vivo barefoot shoes. Get in there. Oh yeah. That feels way better. Now I have the right size, but my toes don't want to comply because they're still trained for normal, traditional shoes. Come on, separate. And that's exactly why I'm excited about these. I want to see if they'll retrain my toes to really spread out and grip like they should. Oh, wow. Yeah, that looks exceptionally uncool. But looking uncool is absolutely worth it if it truly makes my feet healthier.
It's so hot in LA. I can feel the heat coming up through my shoes. That's how thin they are. This is weird. This feels very much closer to the barefoot experience now with the temperature.
Now that I've completed week 2, let me show you my toe wriggling progress. Nothing really. Make the little ones go out that way, which seems pretty normal. Maybe some movement on the big toe. Okay, today I'm going for it. I'm doing an actual walk with the toe spacers. Yeet.
Only did 30 minutes and my little toesies on the end are hurting already. I'm taking this slowly because for sure they are so curled up they don't want to be retrained.
These shoes are getting so beat up. It's honestly embarrassing wearing the same filthy pair to everything, so you get another unboxing. Yeah, this is the only other barefoot shoe style on the market that I found aesthetically acceptable, except Looking at them now, yeah, that's pretty darn doofy, but at least they're clean. And supposedly this foam is somehow good for the environment. I could not understand on their website what they were saying, that it's made of algae, or it removes algae, or it turns into good algae. I'm not sure. But yay planet, and yay my feet. Speaking of algae, they are growing on me. They say weird, and I'm a big fan of saying weird. And now it has been 3 weeks, so it's time for another toe wriggle test. Oh, ho ho ho. Look at that. I would call that progress.
This week I'm at the beach with my family. I'm taking this opportunity to be as barefoot as possible. What is this? Wimps? Ow, 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 ow. Biking barefoot with toe spacers. It's getting serious. Uh-oh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, come on. Yep, finally trying out barefoot running, but not actual barefoot. I could not bring myself to have no shoes on trail. Oh dear. Night barefoot has an element of exceptional scariness. Not just the pain, but like, what is eating my feet? I can't see it. Holy horrifying. It's like Blair Witch for my toes. Oh man, ow, ow. That was rough. I just did 3 miles on streets, sidewalks, trails, mulch. What?
What are you doing?
Complaining about my feet.
Oh, okay. You'll wash them.
Yes, they're filthy. I will wash them before I go inside.
I don't know how this is possible, but I have a blister from wearing no shoes, and it is bad. Look at that. I thought it was just sore, but that is absolutely a blister. Back home, and it is time to test my toes again. I easily got into the habit of practicing wiggling my big toe because I anchored it to my wind down at home, but I wasn't home and I didn't have that moment to remind me, and so I kind of fell off the wagon. I'm worried my lack of practicing will have lost to my abilities. Come on, buddy. Hey! Alright, not bad. Actually pretty darn good, yes.
Now I would love to keep walking fully barefoot on the streets, but in LA that is ill-advised. Oh, there's my final boss challenge, not doing that yet. Walking past it to another hike, flat dirt path, because I do think it is time to level up. That's not scary, right? I could definitely do that. Look, not doing this would be downgrading my challenge back to shoes on the street, so ooh, ooh, ooh. Let's go. Oh. Yeah, this is next level, but I can also tell that I've prepared for it. My skin feels tougher. The occasional little rock that is bigger than all the other rocks that jams into your foot doesn't bother me as much. I can't say it's easy, but I can say it's rewarding. I feel like I'm getting somewhere.
End of week 5, it's time for another toe test. And we've got some progress. In, out, in, out. Not bad. Happy to feel like I'm still getting somewhere. Also, the dead skin from this blister is still hanging on, and it's really thick and weird.
I am doing this trail again. Oh, he's barefoot too. There we go. And I will probably be doing this a whole lot because the last time I did it, the day after, I was really torn up. It was much harder than when I was on vacation just on the street and trails. Because when I do my final hike, I don't want to just suffer through it and survive. I want to be prepared and know I am ready to take it on. Oh, this feels familiar. I'm at a convention, and the last time I did this, it was my first foray into using barefoot shoes. I ended up walking basically a marathon in a few days, and it was a lot. My feet could not handle it. Now, I feel great. I'm not even noticing. And to up the challenge, I have been wearing toe spacers the entire time. What's funny is that they have a shoe lounge here where you can just take whatever you want for free, and none of them are barefoot. And I'm committed, so no free stuff for me, whatever.
Conference in barefoot shoes was easy. See, this is a sign I'm getting better, because last time I did that, right now, I was wrecked. Right after the conference, I even shot a music video and danced through Disney the entire day, and I'm fine. And now week 6, toe test time. Less dramatic of an improvement, but still better. I think we've entered the area of diminishing returns, but I am absolutely going to keep at it.
I'm back on my same flat walk. It really does feel like working out, just stressing and recovering, coming back stronger each time. Ooh, breakthrough. I just realized on this walk, my mind started wandering. The fact that I wasn't thinking about every single step and where and how it hurts means that I am getting somewhere.
It's now been 7 weeks, time to see my wiggling. Okay, this time it's not the amount of wiggling I can do, but the ease. I no longer have to concentrate so much, I can just do it. I feel like I've got a better mind-muscle connection. Yes.
More training. Also, my big heel blister finally ripped. Ooh, 2 hikes in 1 week, and I've been doing 2 miles instead of 1 per hike. This is absolutely getting easier, and I am thrilled.
Week 8, let's see how we're doing with my wiggling. Doing both this time. In case you were wondering, I have been doing left too, even though I only showed you right. But now I can do them together. My brain can say that. Whereas before, my brain couldn't say anything to my toes laterally.
Okay, this hurts significantly less today. My feet are absolutely super compensating. This is awesome. On top of the hiking, this whole week I've been wearing toe spacers morning to night. When I first started this, I couldn't get through one workout without them hurting, and now I don't even notice them. We've completed week 9, and I think it is time for the final toe wiggling test. And there you have it. Way more lateral movement than I ever used to get, especially considering nothing was budging at all in the beginning. So on that first goal of 3, success. And I said, yeah, that's my final wiggle test because I also feel prepared right now to take on the barefoot hike. Hello, final boss. I'm nervous. See you when I pass the test. That looks rugged and feels like, pretty much nothing. Oh, seriously, wow. It's so rocky. There's no way that I would be smiling doing this if I hadn't put 10 weeks in. I cannot believe how quickly my feet responded to the stimulus and got tough enough to handle it. When I first started, it was taking my time, and every step was excruciating. There's a regular cave person over here, and I thought this would be happening at, I don't know, 10 months, not 10 weeks. I'm just thinking back to that rocky kind of sand on the beach, and I was struggling so hard. And now it feels like different feet. I also expected that once I finally got here, it would still be pretty tough. I would survive, not thrive. But here I am, thriving. Oh, is it too hot on your little paws? We also came at midday, so it is scorching. So not just the rough surface, but the temperature right now would be crushing me had I not gone through the perfect level of suck, getting suckier and suckier until I've achieved this 0 suck. You watched this whole journey. Were you impressed?
Yeah, it's very impressive.
At least tell me that you saw a transformation from the way I was walking when we first started.
Yeah, oh, for sure. You're way more comfortable. But like, are you just gonna do this forever now?
Great question. So it's not like I've achieved health now and then I'm done. Wellness is an ongoing journey, so yeah, I'm not stopping. My foot toughness will not stick around if I don't hang on to it. It's just like working out. Woohoo! Made it to the top. It's also cool coming down. I used to hate it in shoes. I felt like I didn't have any control and I'd be slipping. Now I'm just spreading my toes out and gripping. This was like the worst part, and it's so crazy to feel very in control now. But hello, shoes. We did it! So goal 2 of 3, I'd call that a success. And I should bring this up because I was so joyous in the previous scene. It might have been because of grounding. This video is not about that, but I should have brought it up already. Grounding, also known as earthing, is the practice of getting closer to the ground, having your body contact the earth's surface, which supposedly boosts your mood, increases your circulation, gives you less pain after workouts, helps you sleep, helps with fatigue. It sounds a little nutty, but supposedly there are a lot of electrons on the Earth's surface and we're always cut off from them. Very un-caveman-like of us. And the cavemen were maybe happier because they just touched the Earth more. There's not much scientific study behind this, but a lot of subjective studies where people are like, yes, you should do it, it feels great. And now on to the third goal, getting my feet to stop being all crammed into shoes and spread out more naturally. So I did take a photo at the end of every single week, and this is that. Now, as remarkable and fast as my transformation was to wiggle my toe and then just walk on rocks and not even care, my feet spreading out is much less dramatic and taking much longer. You can see from the first shot, all of the little toes are really crammed in, and there is getting more space over here. But the kind of straight line that I wanted from my heel to my toe is not happening yet. Still kind of looks like I got shoes on. So goal number 3, meh. But I can honestly say I gave my feet the best shot I could over these past 10 weeks, wearing toe spacers, not ever putting on real shoes, just fake barefoot shoes. Which, by the way, can we talk about the difference between barefoot shoes and barefoot? Saying that you go barefoot in barefoot shoes is like saying that you do fried chicken fasting. There is a huge difference from barefoot shoes to actually walking with nothing on your feet. But I digress. I've had decades of shoe wearing, so it makes sense that it's gonna take a bit longer for my feet to look, I don't know, like hands, maybe grow an opposable thumb. So the surprising thing that I learned is that I thought the hiking goal would be the final boss challenge, the hardest part, when really this other goal was much more difficult. So you can surprisingly quickly transform your foot's toughness and your tolerance to pain while not necessarily transforming how it looks. Like, look at that final photo. It doesn't look like my feet are super calloused.
The surface is not like tougher to cut, which is what I expected that I needed, but really it's more of a deeper thing where my foot is just more tolerant to the jabs now. It came quickly, and if you're trying to do this too, just know that it'll be a pretty speedy transformation. And if you liked this, you'll like seeing when I went vegan for 60 days. I'll put that down there for you. I'm about to go plant-based. As you can tell, I have a slight aversion to this, just slight. So this video will probably be different from other vegan videos you've seen because it is from the perspective of a very skeptical and reluctant person. I will be showing you everything about how this affects